A few weeks ago, I made a rule for my chatters where I said no more mass messages unless you send me a copy of the message first, and I have to approve it, and then you may send it out. Now, what ended up happening is that I got very few requests to send mass messages, and it seems like people are just too scared to fucking send me anything because they're worried that I'm going to yell at them for fucking coming up with something stupid, which I understand why they would do that. I'm not the most approachable person ever, in the eyes of my chatters, to be fair. And it's my mistake, my bad. And what I should have done much sooner than today is I should have instructed them on how to properly send a mass message. And that is what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to teach you, my chatters, if you're watching this, which you absolutely 100% will watch this and should be watching this and should watch it more than once. And also agency owner who is trying to train their chatters to not be retarded. So what is the purpose of sending a mass message? Okay, we need to understand the purpose first. The purpose of sending a mass message. The purpose of sending a mass message is not to sell content. The purpose of sending a mass message is to get a response. It is to get a response. It is to start or restart a conversation. Now, in order to do this, you need to send something compelling. What I do not ever want to see in a mass message is, "Hey babe, are you there? Hey babe, how are you? Hey babe, are you awake?" No. Don't do it. Please, I'm trying to be calm. I really am. Don't do it. Okay, that's lazy. I don't want you to be lazy. I want you to think. Yes, I know it's scary. I know you might make a mistake. I know maybe you'll think of something and it'll be wrong. But do you know how many fucking times I've been wrong? A lot. My whole life I've been wrong. And now I make the big bucks because I fucking made all those mistakes. That's why I'm in the position that I'm in, because I've made more mistakes than most people that I can fucking think of. So don't be afraid to make the mistake. Now, that said, yes, you have to think, you have to send something compelling. How do you do it? Okay. Now you're on board. You're like, all right, fine. I'll send something compelling. What you want to do, ask for an opinion on something, preferably that is compelling or controversial in some way. For example, here's some examples of what not to do. Hey, babe, do you prefer peanut butter or jelly? Ha ha ha. Fuck you. Hey, babe, who's your favorite? Do you prefer Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg? The reason that's not compelling, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, what's the fucking difference? There's no difference. Who the fuck cares? They're both black rappers from the fucking 80s or 90s, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. There's nothing in there that will like hook people where they will have an opinion on it, right? Here's a good one. Now, I'm not saying to use this one, but this is an example, okay? Get a response from somebody by asking them something like this. Hey, okay, I'll give you the bare bones version of it. Hey, do you think Kamala Harris or Donald Trump would be a better president? Now, I don't care who you are. I don't care. You're on planet Earth and you know who both those people are. You have an opinion about that. You do. And it's probably not something that like you share a lot. So you probably want to share that because you probably have some thoughts and you're too scared to share them because you don't know who the fuck is going to think what. And you might talk to some crazy person. But I promise you, if you send that as a mass message, you are going to get a lot of fucking responses. That's another one, right? Here's another one. Hey, do you think feminism is good for society or not? Right? That is something that everybody is going to have an opinion on, right? They are going to have an opinion. They are going to want to share their opinion. And guess what? They are going to fucking respond to your message. And then what have you done? You have started a conversation with somebody or restarted a conversation. Now you're going to have more fucking conversations than you know what to do with because you're going to get hundreds of people talking about fucking feminism, talking about Donald Trump, talking about fucking Kamala Harris, politics, whatever, right? Oh, here's another one. Okay. What do you think about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict? Where do you stand on that? Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't know if your average OnlyFans subscriber has an opinion on that. I have no idea, but a lot of people do seem to have an opinion on it. And you will probably get a response. That one might be a little too spicy, but whatever. Ask it anyway. Who the fuck cares? So the point is you want to ask for an opinion on something controversial. Now, that's not the only way to do it. What's another way to do it? I had a mass message once that I sent for a girl, this Latina chick with huge tits. And I had a 5-second video of hers where she's like holding she's wearing a bikini top, right? And she's like holding the straps here and she's like going like this and jiggling her boobs up and down. And I sent this as a mass message just to fuck around. And I sent it and I was like, hey, I just wanted to remind you that I have huge tits. And she's doing this in the fucking video. Do you think people are going to respond to that? Duh, obviously. Why wouldn't you fucking send that? Like, oh, you gave away a video for free. Bro, it's a 5-second video. Who the fuck cares? Now I'm having a conversation with this sub. Now he's like reached into his pants and like unzipped his zipper. And now he's like, oh, wow, this is so hot, blah, blah, blah. And okay, fine. Maybe you get, I don't know, 50 responses and half of them are retards or broke or don't buy anything. But that will generate money. That will start conversations. That will like create conversational threads with people that will get them talking. What's another one? Send a selfie picture or a selfie video. And it's like, hey, do you think, do I have bags under my eyes? Or do you know how to get rid of these bags under my eyes? Whatever. And they'll be like, oh no, you don't have bags under your eyes. Or like, oh, you're so beautiful. Or, oh, put a fucking cucumber on your eye. Like whatever. Here's another one, right? Send them, let's say the girl does TikToks or reels. Send a fucking reel, send a 10-second reel, right? And say, hey, I'm just about to post this reel. Do you think it's good? What do you think? Do you see any way that I could improve it? Because you came from Instagram, right? You found my OnlyFans from Instagram. And here's why this works. Because it's innocent. And when I say innocent, what I mean, when I say here's why this works, I'm talking about everything. Because it's not like, yes, eventually you want to start conversations and eventually you want them to buy something or to tip you in some way. But it's not like very obvious that that's what you're asking for, right? It's not like, hey, like if you say, hey, babe, are you up? It's like, why are you asking that? I know you're asking that because you want it, because, I'm so horny right now. I'm touching myself. Do you want to see? Fuck you and your fucking like tiny brain thinking that that's a good mass message. No, it's not. Use tiny bit more effort. You are a human being who has evolved over billions of years into the creature that you are today. You have a brain that like can create phones and plastic and electricity and all this shit. Use it for 10 seconds and think, what would be a good mass message? I wonder. Anyway, those are some good ideas, right? And the reason that they work is because they are not immediately obvious that you are about to fucking ask for something. Nobody likes when people ask for stuff. If you have somebody in your life who's like always asking you for shit, and it's like they text you, it's like, oh God, this motherfucker said, hey bro, what are you doing right now? And you know this guy or girl is like always asking you for stuff. Oh, can I borrow $20? Oh, can I crash at your place? Oh, can I borrow your car? Oh, can I fucking do this? And it's like, ugh, I know this motherfucker's only fucking asking me. And even if they ask you, oh, how's your day going? It's like, you know that ask is coming. So what you want to do is you want to give them value in some way that, and when I say give value, I mean entertain them. I mean make them laugh. I mean have an interesting conversation with them. Put some effort into talking to them so that like they experience some pleasure in some way from you communicating with them and saying like, hey babe, are you up? No. So that's it right there. Number 3, maybe. I think 3. Provide a reason for why you are asking. And this is called rooting, right? You want to root your question or asking for an opinion in something. Now, you don't always have to do this, okay? It definitely helps. But let's take the first example where I said, do you think Kamala Harris or Donald Trump would be a better president? So the way that you would root this, because that's a random fucking question to ask some guy on OnlyFans, all right? So the way that you would root this is you would say, Who do you think would be better? And then you say, the reason I'm asking is because you come up with some reason. I was talking to a friend and she said that, Donald Trump is bad because he fucking whatever is a psycho, or Kamala Harris would be bad because she's a fake candidate and whatever. Right? You come up with some reason. And I don't know if that's true. I don't pay attention to politics. I don't know. And I'm just curious. What do you think? But here's my reason for asking. I'm not just asking you for no fucking reason. What's the other one that I said? Do you, feminism, right? Do you think feminism is bad for society? I know that's kind of weird, but the reason that I'm asking is because I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and Joe said that ever since feminism happened, like birth rates are down and society's collapsing and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And I was just wondering what you think, because I'm curious. I want to get a man's opinion on this. And if you don't want to answer, that's fine. Right? We'll talk about all that shit afterwards. And let's say you do the more direct one, like, hey, I just wanted to remind you I have huge tits. Fine. For that, you don't have to give an answer. You don't have to root that. Hey, I just wanted to remind you that I have huge tits because I think you may have forgotten, and I just wanted to remind you because I'm a nice person. That like, it's too much. You know what I mean? That's just like, okay, you said what you had to say. Just say it. Let's take the Instagram reel example. Hey, I just wanted to ask you, this is a new reel that I made. I'm going to post it now. What do you think? And the reason I'm asking, obviously say it in a more like smooth way. Don't be like, the reason I'm asking is because the only reason I'm asked, I know it's kind of random, but the only reason I'm asking is because, the last couple reels that I uploaded, they didn't get a lot of views, and I want to ask some of my fans what they think about this, and if you think there's any way that I can improve it. Okay? So that would be good. Now the last thing, well, not the last thing, the second to last thing, is that you want to cushion the mass message in a lot of this, like, I'm going to call it apologetic language. Okay? And what I mean by this is that you want to make it seem like you're asking them for a big favor. And that, in fact, as a matter of fact, that's a great lead in. Okay. If you ever want somebody to do something for you, chatting or not, you say, hey, can you do me a quick favor? And it's a quick favor, right? I didn't say, can you do me, and you could say, can you do me a huge favor? And that's like, oh, fuck, what is it? Can you do me a quick favor? Sure. Oh, hold this. Great. Done. So, and that is what I call apologetic language. So things like this: can you do me a quick favor? I know it's really weird that I'm asking this. I know this is totally random. I'm sorry to bother you. Blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that, right? So let's put it all together now. Hey, can you do me a quick favor? I have a super random question for you. Do you think Kamala Harris or Donald Trump would make a better president? I know it's really weird to ask you this. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm just curious what you think. And then we root it, because I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast. I was talking to a friend. I saw a documentary. They said on the news, my mom, who wears a tinfoil hat, told me blah, 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 because this, and I'm just curious. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but I'm just curious. What do you think? I need a man's opinion. And if you don't want to answer, that's fine. I understand. But like, if you did, that would be awesome. I would really appreciate it. Now, you don't have to lay it on quite so thick. You can, you absolutely can. And that would, you'd have to test that to see like what got the better response. But this is going to get fucking responses. And guess what? When they respond, you might have to have a fucking conversation with them about something other than like, oh, watch me rub my pussy. Who fucking cares? And why don't they care? Because they see that shit all the time from every fucking chatter, because they all suck. They're all dog shit. None of them are smart and talk about other things. Okay? That's the secret here. And then the final thing that you want to include in your mass message is you want to send a picture, GIF, or a video. Probably a picture or video, probably be better. Now, this does not have to be of the model. It can be, it certainly can, but it has to be like relevant to the message. So, for example, let's say if you're asking about Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump, you don't want to send a picture or a video of the model fucking shaking her titties like this, because that's weird. It's like, why did you send that? It's disingenuous. It's like, oh, do you really want to know? Or it makes it obvious that it's just a trick to get their attention. It's like, oh, I'm going to like, you don't need to do it, is the point. So with something like that, maybe you don't need to send, or how about this? Maybe you screenshot. I'm a genius. Okay. Here's what you do. You fucking screenshot an article. You Google Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump, and you see some article, because they have these articles every day. Kamala Harris leads in the poll, or Donald Trump, his lead in the polls shortened to 3 points under, Kamala Harris catching up quickly. You screenshot that article, you send it to them. Maybe you link to the article and you say, hey, listen, I saw this article. Just want to say blah, blah, blah. And you send that to them. Genius. And they are going to fucking respond. So that would be the picture that you send there. If you're going the more direct approach, like, hey, what do you think of this reel? Can you let me know? Blah, blah, blah. Then you're obviously going to send the reel. Okay. And if she does thirsty reels where she flashes her nipple or shows her gooch or whatever, then send that. It's fine. Like, it's okay to let them see the goods for free here and there to start the conversation, if it's relevant. Don't send a fucking picture, a free titty picture, and be like, hey, what's up? Look at my tits. Like, that's not how to do this. Okay, so hopefully that gave you more information on how to use mass messages, which can be extremely useful if used properly. So like, if you're my chatter, I want you to please do this. Do it every day if you have to. I will gladly receive your messages every single day if they fit this format. Like, please, I'm begging you, go do it and sell more. Okay. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I will see you next time.